Hola, hi. What does it mean to come alive? I think I shared before that for me, creating any kind of creativity and art in many ways was the safe space where I could express myself freely already as a kid. And it would be those moments where I also would feel the most alive in the moment, the most connected. I know that for some people, it's more meditation, for example. I do use meditation as well, but it does not do the same thing for me. And creativity, apart from the fact that it's just also fun, but it's more than that. It's really having the freedom and permission to express everything without judging it so much. And what I think is really interesting is that we can create for different reasons, obviously. And I remember that years ago when I did a film training in the group, it was a great teacher we had. And I think we were asked about why we wanted to act or what was our drive. And I remember there was a fellow actor whom I also liked as a person very much. And he said the opposite to me, that he wanted to he loved acting because he could forget about himself and he could somehow be someone different and he could basically kind of run away from himself. Whereas for me, funnily enough, especially when it came to acting, any kind of performance, I saw it completely different. It felt like that, it sounds maybe paradoxical, but it felt like, okay, this is the space where I can connect with something more authentic, that's more myself than playing all those masks. And that feels more, I don't know, more exciting, more true, and where I can explore all sorts of things I felt like I couldn't in true life. And so it was, I don't know, it was a very different intention. But if I'm really being honest, that's been one of my main drives, was always to have these safe spaces where I can explore things that are beyond, I guess, the surface personality we so often, even don't feel comfortable in, because there are so many things we have to cut off to be acceptable to others, especially if you've been growing up in an environment maybe where certain emotions weren't, expressing certain emotions like being angry or being afraid weren't really appreciated. So there was a lot that had to go, I guess, underground. And I think the beauty of, finding this free expression or creating freely is that ideally everything is allowed, because it's kind of like we approach it with more curiosity and we give it more space, and we are allowed to be the bad one for once. No wonder that so many actors enjoy, playing the bad witch or whatever it is. It's because finally there's no consequences and we can just play out that part without hurting anyone. So I think, I don't know, I think we sometimes underestimate what a great space in general, apart from creating beautiful things that hopefully touch others, but what a great space it really can be to be more connected with a deeper aspect of ourselves, you know, the self, or more being in touch with our soul. I think that's why we have art and creativity. That's what I believe. And I always firmly believed is that when you have that courage to reach down into those depths and approach it with curiosity, and even if it's a difficult subject, with some kind of playfulness, I guess, that we can come up with great things that not only resonate with ourselves, but then hopefully with an audience as well. But even if it wouldn't resonate with an audience, we've done ourselves a great service, because we stopped running away from ourselves and stopped numbing ourselves and allowed ourselves to come alive. So I'm very curious to hear what you've got to say to this. This is Anja, creative rebel and free spirit. May you come alive by creating freely. Take good care. Bye-bye.